yeah, you wrote the album. It came out at the end of last year.
Yep.
How did, when you finished the album and you've now toured it for quite some time, what do you discover about the songs when you look at them now? Do feelings change about them when you've played and performed them for some time?
There's some songs I feel like, you know, we have a song called Broken Record on the album that I thought was going to be just one of the most explosive, yeah, easy, you know, fan favorites. And when we play that song live, it just seems to be, you know, not what we expected. You know, not as exciting as some other songs to the fans.
Why do you think that is?
I don't know.
Yeah, I know, that one's got such a good groove.
Yeah, it's such a great song. I don't know. I mean, I guess you can never really tell what people are going to react to, or, you know. I think still also people are still, you know, even though the album has been out for a few months, it's still, you know, people are still catching on and getting it. So maybe they just don't know it yet, so they're not reacting to it, and, you know, a lot of factors.
But in the production process or while writing, is there something that you think, well, we at least need a song like that, that's the explosive, the song that people will remember, or is that something that you have in the back of your head, that you want at least one or two of those songs? Or
yeah, I think when you're putting an album together, obviously you try to have all of the, you know, all of the moods and the feelings. It has to feel like an entire album, you know.
But when dynamics,
yeah, the dynamics.
Dynamically, we worked a lot on this record on, you know, building up big crescendo moments where, you know that when you hit that moment, it's going to explode live, you know.
Because do you want to have that explosion? Is that something you need? Because, for example, the first song on the record, it starts really basic, and then all of a sudden something that you don't expect comes around. But it can also maybe be a turn off for some or a turn on for some.
Yeah, I mean, you know, you can't really worry about what, you know, if people are going to like it or not. It's like, if we like it, if we think it's cool, then we're going to do it, you know what I mean? And if we think it's cool, chances are people will also think it's cool. So, you know, you can't win everybody over, so just kind of try to make what we believe in.
How does it usually go? Because you live quite away from each other, do you send each other ideas, or how does it work?
Sometimes, yeah.
Or do you bounce ideas on and off, or do you just make something from start to finish and then present it to the band, or how did?
Both ways, you know. There was a song that I wrote a long time ago that I had a demo for, and I just couldn't finish it on my own. And you know,
which song was it?
It was called Someday. It was on the last album, and you know, Tim ended up writing a part that fit perfectly, and ended up, you know, we finished the song and it made the album. Then, you know.
Because Tim, what do you think of, if I said this, are they always complete, or do you think they sometimes need? What kind of part did you deliver the song that it needed?
Well, the part that he had already was one of my favorite things he had written, and it had been sitting on the side for years, you know, and we had always kind of said, we need to finish that song, we need to finish that song, and we were in the studio to make Big Bad World, and it was always in the back of my mind to try to write something. You know, we were bouncing ideas back and forth, and then, you know, the part just kind of came. But yeah, I mean, we handle songwriting, you know,
there's no
a lot of different
you know?
ways.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Sometimes, you know, he can write a song in his head before even grabbing a guitar sometimes, which I could never do. And sometimes you're just fumbling around playing through chords and something sounds right to your ear, or sometimes a girl is just so inspiring that you feel like, if I don't say this, it's not going to get said any other way. I'm not going to go up to her and say, I think you're absolutely gorgeous and I got to have you. But if you're going to get poetic with a guitar in your hand, it just makes that so much easier.
But is it maybe also why you don't get the girls, because it's all put into the song and not to the face?
We get girls, man.
Yeah, of course, but
it's
maybe
not the
ones
you
that
know?
scored the hits, maybe.
Yeah, yeah, we get the wrong girls after we write the song for the right girl, you know.
So the bigger the hit, the lesser chance with the girls, maybe.
Well, you know, the bigger the hit, the longer you're going to be away from home. So, you know, if you want to focus any energy on her, you're already on the other side of the globe.
Yeah,
you know? It's tough. It's a weird cycle.